Morning, folks. So today we are working on some water lines. We have 4,500 feet of water line to install to get to my house. We're also hooking up water lines to this building. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna be trying out that Boehner boom trencher for sure. Right now we've got some other things we gotta do first. We gotta use the excavator a little bit. We have to cut through the driveway. That's gonna suck, but it's gotta be done. And we better get to it. First and foremost, we got to air up a tire. If you missed it, I bought a wrecked Jeep off Copart. This is it. Runs and drives fine, but I think one of these wheels might be a little boogered up from the little tip it took. I believe this Jeep was an Acrobat in its former life. Did a flip, been driving a little bit around the farm here. I think working great so far. So at some point, after get this thing a little fixed up, there will be a video on the other channel. I have another channel, just search Brian Brown, you'll find it. I haven't put a video out there in a while, but we might put a video about, you know, taking a Jeep from Copart, getting it plated and fixed up, and how all that process went. Just a little bit boogered up over there. 2 inch?
Okay, I think this is inch. So we're going. I think we just run an inch. Just run an inch from here down to that one.
Dad and BJ went to go get some water fittings. For some reason, Dad told me to park this thing in the new building, so. All right. Don't know why. I don't think anything really needs done to it. And we don't have any tools in the new building if it did need done. But, yeah, I'll park this thing in there. Why not? Be the second tractor ever in that building. So if you missed the video, it's probably the last video or video before. Put some dubs on this thing. She's thick. She's real thick. Morning. So yesterday we got a little bit of stuff done on this water line, but not near as much as we wanted to, so we are back at it today. Our county fair starts tomorrow though, so what we get done today might be it for the week. So Dad and BJ went after some lumber and some fittings. I'm getting the tile cart ready to go because we're going to use that to string out the water line. Gotta go get a measuring wheel and make a couple measurements. We have several 500-foot rolls of pipe, and we have a 300-foot roll. If that 300-foot roll will reach here from the road, that's what we're going to use. I doubt it will though. I want to have as least amount of connections as possible. The least amount of connections as possible. There we go. Don't have electric at the barn, so over to the grain bins we go. Yep, 5 volts. We got our measuring wheel. Go ahead and run down through here, just see which one of these rolls we want to use. Oh, we're more than 300 feet already. 630 feet. Cousin Ben cutting our asphalt for us with a bucket. And we'll put cold patch back in there. We're gonna pull out this gooseneck. It's got our water lines in it. I bought these water lines a year and a half ago because I thought that we were going to try to put this in before harvest last year, or before planting last year. And we didn't. They've just been sitting there, so hopefully they're not full of holes. So we're about to run through some beans. Not the funnest thing in the world to do. But at the end of the day, we're running through maybe 50 bucks worth of beans right now, maybe. So in the grand scheme of things, for as big as this project is, it's really not that much. Don't even feel right. Randy, how do you do this? Probably can't tell, there's a blue flag right over there at the end of the corn. That's the tap. Right through here we go. You may be wondering why we didn't have the tap put on this side of the driveway. Well, I've tried that a few times. Water company said they couldn't confirm that it would be on this side of the road. It was $2,000.
The public-owned water company.
It is the public-owned water company, yeah. Great company to deal with. Now, to clarify, I'm not talking about the people that work there. The administrative people of the water company and the railroad, Dad says, are the worst utilities to ever work with.
Policies suck.
Yeah.
We know plenty of people that work at both companies. Great people.
BJ's gonna do some excavating with the goon spoon. Now, this thing I'm sporting here, this is a supervisor leaning stick.
Going off the road.
See how much I've already done?
Good job.
What are you doing, Senator? Hold the camera.
Now don't, remember, you gotta curl the bucket. Oh, huh.
It's always important when you're on the job site, pack a snack.
You ate the GMOs.
That's terrible.
You're gonna be Spider-Man next week.
Yeah. Who's got water, bro?
Little update for you. We did do a locate, hence the
There's the flags. There's
orange
the
flags. We just hit a line full of water. Now, we don't have a water bill. I don't know where this tap, I don't know what's going on here, but we definitely just hit something. It was in PVC. So I think what this is water. I think that the previous time that this water tap was used, this was their water line. It's shut off. I've never had a water bill here. This meter has not been checked in years, but I think it was probably whatever water was left in that line. However far it went, when we busted it, it just bubbled up right here. That's why it wasn't marked on the locate. I think it was a private line. It's a darn shame we didn't know where it was. We'd have tapped onto it and saved us some digging, but oh well. Tell you right now, that part kind of sucks. JCB be pretty handy there, or a Kubota or a Takahauchi, because they have roll-up doors. We got the tile off of this cart. This is what we use for field tile. If you've never done field tile with a tile cart, you're missing out. Makes life way easier. And I suspect that this water line will be very similar, because it's a really big pain in the butt to get that stuff stretched out. Yeah, this is where he broke it. There ain't no cracks going all the way back through there where you just cut, is there? BJ's running the local supply store, see if we can find an adapter to go from that kind of pipe to the kind of pipe we're installing. Really don't want to get started on this project and get to a point where we got our driveway cut up and not be able to cover it back tonight. Once we trench through the driveway, it's going to be kind of closed for a little while. So right now we are just digging so we get on the other side of the road. Then we'll use that trencher. That's the plan anyways. Well, so far, I gotta say I don't really like this boom trencher. Skid steer bled off while I was going. Even though I had it sitting, as it's bleeding, it's doing this. And now I can't open the door. So that's fantastic. Frickin' fantastic. After a lot of cussing, we got it in here and we're good. Had to basically pull these safety latches, take the door off. Anyways, now we're good. Now we're moving. This is one of the reasons why we're really interested in JCB. I have a lot of questions about a JCB. I wonder about them, like how strong they can possibly be with that one boom, but days like today make me want to find out. I sure wish JCB would let me demo one. Haven't had any luck in the past year trying to get one to demo. And $110,000 is a lot of money to spend on a product you don't know if you like. Anyways, back to the water line. Hopefully this boom trencher is amazing in every other aspect, but if you do get one, make sure that you leave it to where when it bleeds off, you can get in it. Definitely would not advise leaving your door open. Might crush it. Need to make an adjustment, I guess. We are only 32 inches. Need to be 36 inches down for where we live. So, trenching is not a quick process. We are going at like 0.2 miles an hour. But it is easier and moving less dirt than we would do with an excavator. So that part is good. More consistent depth, that part is good. It's just going to take a little while. Now if we had a bigger skid steer, that would help tremendously. So one thing I like about this trencher is you drive forward with it. Most other skid steer trenchers you drive backwards, but basically it uses these augers to move the dirt to the side. It does a pretty good job at that. And for 4,000 feet, it's much better than going in reverse, I think. Well, we just found some big concrete and we can't get through it, so we're going to have to go around it. I think Dad's going to dig it up and see what it is, but I suspect it's a building foundation. So it used to be a house somewhere right around here.
That's why I put gloves on every wrench I picked up.
Yeah, high UV day. So we are dumping sand right over this road, and then we will backfill. We don't want to get any of that on top of our water line. Yeah, plenty of sand.
Pretty more than a foot on top of it.
Yeah, slightly more. I'm sure someone's wanting to know why we're not just using a well on this project instead of running all this water line, especially to the house. Well, we can't use a well because our groundwater is contaminated by the local paper company that used to use part of this farm for landfill. So, thank you, Meat Paper. Appreciate it. Our home farm is so close to this farm that it also contaminated the wells on our home farm. So, in our area, we have a county water company, so we are hooking up to county water. So here in Ohio, 36 inches, that's waterline depth, so there you go. I know, places where it gets cold, it's much deeper than that. Oh, we got a piece of dirt right there. Keep that for you. But yeah, 36 inches here. And I bet it hasn't froze more than a foot in, I don't know, a decade. So this part of the project's going very well. It was getting to this point that took forever. But here we are. So I will probably come in here with the skid steer and try to pull this dirt back. We had a big, we do have a big grader blade. That might be the ticket when we go to the house. Right now we're just trying to get to the shop, because it's ready to hook up. Like, we're ready to have water in the shop. We're not ready to have water in the house just yet, but we do need to do that too before harvest. Well, it turns out I kind of cut off a little abruptly at the end of that video, but it's a few days later. We got the water line in, and in the coming videos you'll see it get turned on and the results. But still have a lot of water line to install, but water line is installed to the shop. So thanks for watching, everybody. If you haven't heard, we will be at Farm Progress Show at the AGCO booth all day Tuesday. So stop in and see us. I believe from 2 to 4 we'll be doing a meet and greet, and I think we have about 150 free hats we're going to be giving out. They're co-branded hats with Brown Family Farms and Massey Ferguson. So stop in, get a hat, say hi to us, and hope to see you guys there. Thanks for watching. If you would do us a favor, drop us a comment, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and we'll see you in the next video. Or at Farm Progress Show, whichever comes first.